You're at 109 right now.
Hey everybody, today's guest is none other than Rick Rubin, one of the co-founders of Def Jam. You dig? Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin worked together to produce the hit record company on the backs of many hip-hop artists, including LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys. I can only think of LL Cool J and the Beastie Boys to start. Busta Rhymes? Was Busta Rhymes a member of Def Jam at some point? Was he? Who else was on Def Jam? Run DMC! Of course! Of course, Run DMC. All right, those are the three establishing artists / groups on Def Jam, right? And now that Montel Jordan came, I mean that was many years later, but I mean Montel Jordan was on Def Jam. Slick Rick, I believe. Yeah. Anyhow, that's what little I know, or what comes to mind. Was Curtis Blow on that record or that label? Wasn't Curtis Blow in like Crush Groove? Because Crush Groove was about Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons and their rise to, popularity and fame. It was the story of the making of Def Jam. Wasn't it? I think it was. And then there was Sheila E. I don't think Sheila E. was... I'm tripping, right? Wait. Okay, the Fat Boys. The Fat Boys had to have been on Def Jam. But Sheila E. wasn't Crush Groove, right? Because Sheila E. didn't she do Holly Rock? I'm mixing all these movies together, right? When did Sheila E. perform Holly Rock? And let me see. Sheila E. movie, and she performed Holly Rock. That was the movie Crush Groove. So Sheila E. was in Crush Groove. I'm right. I remember it correctly. Okay. Crush Groove, Sheila E. Now, was Sheila E. ever on Def Jam Records? Because, as I know, let's see. The story behind Crush Groove, Sheila E., starring Blair Underwood as Def Jam Recordings co-founder Russell Simmons. Yeah, see, I know the story. I got it right. All right. I'm going to have to watch that to get the whole story, to get it straight. I knew what I was talking about. Anyhow, our guest today is none other than Rick Rubin, the co-founder of Def Jam. And he's got some wise words, and we're gonna listen to him. So, Rick, why don't you tell us what's on your mind, man? Yeah, I can dig. Mm. Yeah, I know what you mean, Rick. Yeah, man. Nobody knows. No one knows what the future holds. We only have the present. We only have the now. We only have this moment. And so we have to take full advantage of it. We have to seize the day, seize the moment to do the things that we are, I don't know, the things that compel us, that we feel compelled to do. Follow those ideas and that creativity, like you said, that creative impulse within us should lead us, and we should follow it. Just like you said, Rick. I'm with you, man. What more you got to say? Yeah. Really? You didn't think that what you do is, or what you've been doing was realistic? What did you think was realistic, man? What? Wow, that's an interesting thought. So where you are now is somewhere that you're at a place, at a point in your life where you didn't conceive of this place, of that. You had no idea of where you would be. Man, that's fascinating, because that shows the power of, I guess, faith in what you do. Like, put your faith in what you are doing. You don't know where it will lead you, but you believe that in doing it, that's where the value lies. That's where, you know, that's what you need to be doing. You do. That's the way I interpret, what you're saying, Rick. But I'll let you continue. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. We also have another special guest in here. We've got Joe Rogan is showing up. So, Joe, whenever you feel compelled, man, you just get right on in there, man. It's all good. Welcome to the IC 109 show, Joe and Rick.
You're at 109 right now.
I know what you mean. I think you're talking about like waves, man. When we do things, they send out waves, and those waves reverberate, or they continue. But there's every event is a wave. And so you could send out your signal, and it has waves, and it travels. But then if there's a larger wave, well, then that can disrupt what you're sending out. What wave you're sending out could be disrupted by a larger wave. So I dig what you're saying, Rick. Man, you're on it, man. Come on, continue though. Wow. So again, you've just got to trust the process. You've just got to go with your gut, trust the process, and let it fly. Let your idea fly. I'm with you. I'm with you, Rick. I'm so happy to have you in studio, Rick. And Joe, I'm glad that you showed up as well, man. This is a pleasure having you two in studio. Okay. All right. Uh, you know, just had to let you guys know that I really appreciate you spending the time with me here at the IC 109 podcast. You guys, this is great. Wow. Joe, you want to add anything? No? Nothing? All right. Yeah, that's cool, man. Rick, you're on a roll, man. I'm sorry to cut you off, and I just wanted to thank you again, man, for dropping by the IC 109 podcast. And I'll, I'll let you continue, Rick. Rubin, Rick Rubin, the co-founder of Def Jam, who stopped in here at the IC 109 podcast. What a day, man. This is awesome, man. Go ahead, Rick. Continue, man. Go ahead. Oh man, how I see the world, how I see it,
You're at 109 right now.
dude. I see 109. Rick, I'm so happy you mentioned that. I see 10. I just keep seeing 109, man. I see 109. I see 109.
You're at 109 right now.
Oh, that's Kobe, man. Kobe, I'm sorry, man. Got to bring you in the conversation. I completely forgot. Legends never die. Kobe's in the building. Kobe, Joe Rogan, Rick Rubin. Oh man, I see 109. So Rick, I just happen to keep seeing 109. Like yesterday, okay? Yesterday I came home and I turned the television on, and immediately I heard a voice on the television. The narrator say on this television program, say October 9th. Rick, October 9th, man, that's 10/9. October is the 10th month. The day, the 9th. Well, that's the 9th day of the month, 10/9. Can you believe it, Rick? As soon as I walked in the door, I turned the television on and I heard October 9th, which to me means 10/9. I mean, Rick, I'm just talking about what I see, man, and of course what I hear, but that's my experience, man. I see 10/9, That's where you are. That this is where I am. This is where we are.
You're at 109 right now.
So, yeah, that I couldn't believe it, man. That was just bugging me out. And I just have these moments, but Rick, it's what I see, man. I've got to share what I see because to me, I've got something. I've got something of deep value, man. And I want to share that with the world. I want to share my vision. I want to share what I see. So hopefully other people will see what I see. Now, Rick, it's not that these numbers are magical. These numbers are unique. No, there's a whole story. There's a whole story that I'm telling that's that's embedded within these numbers. Heck, that's the title of my book, 109. But it's a whole vision. It's a whole thing that I see. All of these experiences that I've had, Rick, that's what this IC 109 is all about. But I'm so glad that you talked about, what we see, man. But again, sorry for cutting you off, Rick. Continue, please continue. Cool, man. Sorry to cut you off there, Rick. Yeah, You guys are right. Joe, thanks for interjecting, man. I was wondering when you were going to jump in the conversation, man. You guys, man, this has been cool. This has been real. Man, it's past my bedtime. I've got to hit the sack. But hey, you guys rock. I appreciate you legends, stopping by the IC109 podcast just to share some ideas and, and just get it in with me. I appreciate that. All right. Don't forget where we are.
You're at 109 right now.
All right, y'all. I'm going to bed. Peace and blessings.